Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning into TradeChat. My name's Panzer, and today we're going to be talking about the changes for priests in patch 7.0. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you do, remember to rate it thumbs up. From a thematic standpoint, if you compare the specializations, priests in WoW are one of the greatest illustrations the game has to offer in terms of diversity. While harnessing the divine power of the light is quintessential for holy priests to heal and mend their allies, shadow priests are pretty much the polar opposite, often viewed as selfish and warped in the mind as they move closer and closer to the void. Discipline straddles the breach between these two ideologies, using their power in a pragmatic fashion, believing that it is the application of your spells that has the potential to be evil, not the type of spell you cast. To better align each type of priest with their class fantasy, all shadow spells have been removed from Holy. Discipline will be more multi-purpose, using both shadow and holy spells to deal damage and heal their allies. And as you've probably guessed it by now, shadow priests will lose all of their holy spells. The idea of a holy priest has always been the perfect healer, pure of heart and pure of mind, with a singular devotion to the light. They may be more delicate than some other classes, but do not mistake them for weak. A holy priest under duress can achieve miracles with the guidance and blessing of the light. The biggest change for holy priests is the new focus on holy words as a backbone of their gameplay. Holy word Serenity heals an ally for 2000% spell power, which works out to about half their health, or full health if it crits. Holy word Sanctify, formerly known as Holy word Sanctuary, heals up to 6 allies within 10 yards of a targeted location for 600% of your spell power. Holy word Chastise hits an enemy target for 450% spell power as holy damage, incapacitating them for 5 seconds. Each holy word has a 1-minute cooldown by default, but with Serendipity, many of your spells will reduce the cooldowns of specific holy words. For example, Flash Heal will reduce the cooldown of Holy word Serenity by 6 seconds. A very exciting and welcome change for Holy Priests is the addition of Holy Form through the Apotheosis talent. Holy Form has a 3-minute cooldown and will increase the effects of Serendipity by 200%, while reducing the cost of your holy words by 100% for 30 seconds. Another really awesome talent for Holy Priests in Legion is called Symbol of Hope. Symbol of Hope has a 6-minute cooldown and allows all healers within 40 yards to cast spells free of cost for 10 seconds. As a Resto Shaman, I am very excited for my priest friends to use this in my presence. Holy Priest's artifact in Legion is called Tur, Beacon of the Naru. Discipline's fantasy revolves around harnessing and utilizing both light and dark magic. Holy priests shun all shadow magic, using the light to aid their allies, and shadow priests are driven to insanity from dark magic, rejecting everything holy. Disc priests practice control and balance, wielding both holy and shadow power without becoming fanatical for either. Discipline's absorbs, largely viewed as the bane of all other healers' existences, have been greatly reduced in potency in Legion. Divine Aegis, which gives all critical heals absorbs on the target, has been removed. Power word Shield has been given a 7-second cooldown by default. Weakened Soul has also been removed to reduce any punishing factors of having multiple Disc Priests in the raid, and Atonement has now been revised to become a focus of the spec. In Legion, Plea, Power Word Shield, Shadow Mend, and Power Word Radiance will apply Atonement to your target. When you deal spell damage, you will instantly heal all of your allies affected by Atonement for around 40% of the damage dealt. The Discipline artifact weapon in Legion is called Light's Wrath. The fantasy of a shadow priest is seeking power at any cost. They delve into the void as their source of power, knowing that it comes with a price. While warlocks sacrifice their body to the fell, shadow priests sacrifice their mind to the void, always tiptoeing the fine line of insanity. Shadow priests manipulate the minds of their enemies and use ancient dark magic to destroy their foes. To be more consistent with their lore, holy spells like Prayer of Mending, Flash Heal, and Heal are no longer part of their toolkit. Instead, shadow priests regain health by using either Vampiric Touch or Shadow Mend. It's also worth mentioning that they still have access to Power Word Shield because it's not strictly a holy spell, okay? Maybe the biggest change for Shadow is the removal of orbs in favor of a new resource called Insanity. Insanity is generated by the majority of your spells, and when it hits 100, you will instantly be put into Void form. Void form increases all damage dealt by 20% and grants an additional 1% haste every 1 second. Your void form will expire when you run out of insanity, which depletes faster over time. When void form ends, you gain lingering insanity, allowing the haste bonus to persist for 1 minute or until you enter void form. Void form's appearance will change over time, and if you stay in long enough, you'll actually begin to sprout tentacles.
There's nothing about your body that could ever shock me, so...
That is nasty.
I'm not a Shadow Priest, but I'm pretty sure the goal is to stay in void form as long as possible. Shadow Priest artifact is in 2 parts, Zalathoth, Blade of the Empire, and Secrets of the Void. To recap everything we just talked about, for Holy Priests, your goal in Legion is going to be to use as many holy words as possible. So when you're not actually casting a holy word, you're going to want to be casting spells that shorten the cooldowns on your holy words. For Discipline Priests, you are now a real utility support type character. You're going to focus on keeping atonement up on your ally targets and then doing damage to your enemies to heal your atonement people, peeps, homies, you get it. And for Shadow Priest, you have a new resource called Insanity, which when it reaches max, you will get into void form, you'll grow tentacles, you'll be full on crazy, but it's worth it because you're going to do more damage. Yeah, that's Priests in a nutshell. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you play a Priest, whether it's alt or main, let me know in the comment section below if you like or dislike these changes, what you're most looking forward to, etc. I am going to go. I believe the next video is going to be Rogues. I am doing my best to try to get these all out before Tuesday. There may be a day where you get 2 videos in one. I think I still have left Rogues, Shamans, Warriors, and Warlocks. So we're getting there. We're getting so close, guys. Thank you so much for bearing with me, and all the support on these videos has been wonderful. I've been working very hard on them, and it's so nice to see that you guys are enjoying them and appreciating them and maybe learning stuff or laughing at me. One of the two. I'm going to go. I hope you're having a great day. I love you all. You're in my hearts. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.